Hey guys, how you doing? Bill Phelps here, and here's our update for this week, week ending January 15th, 2021. Just got a couple quick things to go over. Parents, first of all, be sure to remind your students to let me know when they're running into any issues. For the first few days, I know it's a lot of technology that's being thrown at them, and so far so good. I've gotten a lot of kids who are struggling with some things. Things aren't working the way they want, and they're letting me know, which is excellent, so we can work it through. So please have them continue to do that. For this upcoming week, it's our first full week, so we're going to try to dive into the normal routines. The key for the students is going to be making good use of the time in my class. My level one students, just so that you know, I'm having them use their cell phones, their smartphones for video cameras, since we're not dispensing cameras out to everybody. So I'm going to be teaching using the smartphone. So for my class, if possible, please allow them to use their phone if you could, as far as cameras, and then we'll be getting to editing as well. Level 2 and 3, we're going to basically refresh their basic knowledge of what they've done for the previous semesters. And right now, we're going to be getting into preparing for putting together, I guess, a virtual tour of my program. Getting ready for our virtual open house. The date for that will be determined coming up pretty soon. And I'll keep you posted on that. My level 3 students, in addition to helping me out with that virtual tour of the program, we've been quote unquote hired out to make some videos for some other teachers and programs. Our work-based learning teacher, Miss Johnson, who also oversees the school store, has asked us to put together some videos for her to promote those programs for the fall semester, 2021 fall semester. And then graphic design has asked if we can give them a hand putting together safety videos for their processes as well. So this will be good practical experience. So we're just going to jump right in for that. I've got my notes right in front of me here. Broadcast class, we're going to start planning for our January 29th show, which will be streaming live, but it'll also be posted up on YouTube right afterwards, or that day anyway. So please make sure that you hop online there. I'll put the link down here to subscribe to that. We're going to be working on our workflows for the different positions, from technical people to talent and so forth. And we're going to introduce them to our new, I guess, centralized communication program called Teams. Some of you may already use it where you work. I've had numerous discussions with my advisory committee to find out what the broadcast people use. Most of them use Slack. But one I found interesting was WSB TV, which uses Teams. So they're going to help guide me on how they use it, and then we'll adapt that into the classroom as well. The next thing upcoming, which is new, deals with our professional guest speakers. Typically, I would reach out, and I do so quite often through LinkedIn and through my current contacts, invite professionals to come in and, back in the day, I guess, come in personally and present to the class. And of course, now that the situation we're in, they join our Zoom session, and where they can go ahead and present and answer questions and so forth. It's been really good. Kids have been able to establish some pretty good connections. Some of them are mentoring some of my students, which is good. But the hard part is that it's only been, I guess, limited to the one class that they're attending. And I've been trying to find ways to expand that a little bit while respecting the speaker's time, so that they don't take up an entire day coming to every single class. And so what I've come up with, so long as we're using this schedule, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, or virtual, if you will, and then Thursday, Friday, I would try to schedule those sessions with guest speakers on Wednesdays after 11 o'clock during my office hours times, and then open it up to all my students, all my classes, because there might be some level 1 students very interested in that. And so I'd like to get them involved as much as possible, as early as possible. And so that's what we're going to be doing. I've got my first one, a former producer for WSB TV, and who's a huge help to me when I was doing a lot of work with the Ride for Kids, Jennifer Grove Camacho. And now she's out on her own and doing some things, but she's got a lot of great things to offer as a producer, as a story producer, an MMJ, or a multimedia journalist, a one-man band, if you will. So she's very talented in all aspects, from writing to reporting to filming to editing. She does just a great job. So she's going to come on board the last week of January on that Wednesday. And as I get these speakers lined up, I'll go ahead and usually like the few days beforehand, I'll send out an invite to everybody. I'll post that morning, I'll post the link to the Zoom session. And I'll even give extra credit for those students that show up and actively participate with the camera on and submit questions or via the messaging or actually ask them. So that'll be a great opportunity for that. And I'm also taking a look at, now that we're kind of settling in a little bit this week, I'll take a look at the basketball schedule and see what we can do to maybe get some home, if they have any home games where we can get a few kids out to help out with a live stream for those as well. And that'll be for extra credit also. Lastly, I'm also going to do another shout out to Catherine Hughes, who is on my broadcast. She's the director for HSPN. She's been editing a number of podcasts for the American Lung Association up in Western New York, which is where I'm from. And I do a lot of work with that organization and an organization developed by a friend of mine for lung cancer, which is what my mom passed away of in August. And but Catherine's been doing all the editing for that podcast. I'm going to submit a link to that as well. It's the 4th podcast that they've done, and it sounds really good. And the American Lung Association has been thrilled with what Catherine's been able to do. So just a quick shout out to the Hugheses. Thank you, Catherine, and thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Hughes, for having Catherine share her talents, because it really is making a huge difference with those. But that's all I've got for you guys today. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email at william.phelps@cobbk12.org. This is a short one, and we'll talk to you guys later. Take care and go Bills. Bye-bye.